my
Oh, dude,
gosh.
we're back.
Colin Honigman from the Attack Action Podcast loaned out.
Dude, I'm here at the July AGE Open. I've been gone, man. I don't know what this game is, but it looks like fun. So
Until we see two warriors. Sheesh, your favorite kind of
I
heroes.
guess this is what I get for not being here for 2 months, is I get to watch Dorinthea, Ironsong, and Sir Boltyn, Breaker of Dawn. Luckily, they're being piloted by some lovely people, Zayne Johnson and April Miller. So let's see if we have fun. I'm gonna be open. I'm gonna be open, new. I'm fresh from vacation, new me. I've got that vacation energy.
Yes.
I can't be angry at things right now. So it's just let's just see how cool Warrior is, man. I feel like they got some fun cards in the new set. I'll be 100% honest, Blake. I don't know what any of them do. I don't know what they're called. I apologize. I missed the release of the set, so
I got you, bro. I know all the Boltyn stuff so far because I've been testing out Boltyn for the past 2 weeks.
And I know half of Dorinthea's cards say Supremacy or Ironsong in them, so it's
Just say one of those two words.
if
You should be
I can
good
say
for the
those in
next
any
hour.
order with some other adjective in between, and I'll probably be correct. So
That's probably a fun YouTube video for someone to make all the future Dory
or a steel blade, steel blades in there, something inappropriate plus steel blade is a card. Is glistening inappropriate? It can be.
Glistening.
Anyways, yeah. So I don't know. We don't have the rankings of these players, but I know Zayne's Johnson.
16. He's right on the cuffs. I think that's why we're starting with him today.
Nice. So Zayne is fighting for his life. April, I'm not sure about, but if you do well at this tournament, you might secure a position in the top 16. Even if you're coming from way behind,
30 points. Yeah.
Winning this is 30 points, and the top 16, I think Zayne's sitting at 32. So it's gonna be pretty good. I'm excited to see what everybody brings. Zayne was even baffled at his own decision of bringing Boltyn, but you know what he said?
Royal
I'm gonna have fun,
Boltyn.
and he's gonna be Royal Boltyn. Let's go.
Whoa.
He's not Sir Boltyn anymore. He's King Boltyn. Let's go.
He's on his king era.
He's not a short king. He's not a short king either.
We're back, baby.
He's
Dude, I love it with the Raiden. I think Raiden's one of the most interesting weapons because it doesn't feel like Raiden. We should just call it Lumina or
I
something.
feel like Sir Boltyn would be an easy choice as a cast member for Love Island UK. He's got that vibe. He's cool. He's hot. I bet he's ripped under that armor.
This is a new Majestic in the Dusk Till Dawn set. It's called Spirit of War. This is one of the ones that requires a yellow to be put into Soul. Not banished. We'll banish it later. Whenever we do put a yellow in our Soul, Spirit of War now has a thing where if you hit with an attack action card this turn, you'll gain a Courage token. And Courage tokens, I feel like, are the best thing for Boltyn in this set.
That one gives you +1, right?
+1 on your next attack. It breaks like a Quicken token,
Yeah.
but it just bumps up.
That's pretty cool. I was excited when I saw the Courage token spoiled. I really enjoy. Is this a Soul Flare card? Is that what they're called?
No.
No, it's not.
Bannerets? Yeah.
Oh no, this one just is has the text of
Right.
charge with it. I gotcha.
The other thing too about Dorinthea, she's not going to have a lot of attacks to bump up the stuff of Zayne today. The Boltyn, whenever you block with an attack, it bumps up 1, and that's kind of what allows him to use his hero ability. So Zayne's going to have a little bit of trouble trying to give his attacks go again because April's not going to be helping him out.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. I mean, I have no idea what Bolton's game plan is right now. I think with all the new cards, I was just gonna say I really enjoy the new cards they made for Boltyn though that are very concerned with the color of pitching. The cards that if you use them to charge your soul, do special things. I think all of that is really an interesting space and makes kind of what felt more like a linear character a bit more dynamic and have some interesting choices, but I don't know.
I think you could kind of think of Boltyn as a light ninja almost this time around of you're going to be going wide a lot and there's a few on hits but nothing like Mask of Momentum. But now with courage tokens, it is kind of like you can put as much pressure as a ninja on most turns.
All right, Blake, for me and any new players, what is this new arm piece that they're both rocking here?
Ironsong versus is we're gonna pay 1 and give your sword the next time you hit with this sword, you make a courage token.
Okay.
And that's kind of gonna be able to set up more power turns for both of these heroes in the future.
I told you the cards would have Ironsong in the name.
Yeah. Ironsong versus. Ironsong versus is really good because you can just now your sword has an on hit no matter what.
Is it a 2-block temper guy?
It is a 2-block temper, so total throughout the game it can block 3, or you can just keep it around after you block for 2 for as long as possible. You just don't want to block against Uzuri because she can shred you and ruin your whole day.
Ooh, nice. Uzuri. Is Uzuri still good?
Uzuri's still great.
Nice. I gotta get.
She was
back
like
into
top
it.
3 meta last week at that bigger tournament.
Crazy. I'm gonna have to play some games and figure out what I do in this game anymore.
These are kind of some low power turns to start off, but both of these warriors maybe didn't see the best cards in their first hand, so it was kind of a setup turn for everybody.
Yeah.
Take Flight is one of Boltyn's best cards because it's charge positive, so we're going to be able to give Take Flight go again by charging, and then you don't have to get rid of a soul to give it go again.
Yeah, and it turns on Raiden. Boltyn loves this card. It's a good card. I mean, it's just one of those like core light warrior cards that I don't know why you would ever build a deck without it.
I have 6 of them in mine. It's pretty good.
I know
I'm not doing
nothing about
blues.
You don't do blue? Well, I mean, yeah, you don't need blues.
You're not going to be pitching a lot with the new Boltyn decks. So I know some people are in love with the idea of having Boltyn go to the library, but you're not going to be really pitching twice. Boltyn's power card that you always want to be on the lookout for is Lumina Ascension, and Zayne has one of them in his hand currently.
Oh, dude.
But they are too busy worried about looking for dice or something. Or a pin.
They're taking damage. April takes 4.
Lumina is a perfect follow-up because now it's going to give our Raiden +1 for the rest of turn. It's also going to give the words, if this hits, we're going to look at the top card of our deck. If it's a light card, you can put it in your soul. We're explaining that to April right now. Some of these people haven't seen these cards for maybe a year or so.
Yeah, I was just talking to Zayne. I was saying the advantage you get with Boltyn is that they have to read every card and understand what it's doing, which puts them at a mental deficit because they have to process a lot more than they normally would because there's a lot of text on all of his cards.
I do think Boltyn has the idea, too, of, like, if you are playing a deck with a lot of attack actions, you do, oh, crap, I forgot. I'm going to bump your stuff up. I'm going to give you an extra point of damage. Basically, all of your attacks against Boltyn, if you charge, only block for 2. That's another way to think about it. And you just lose out on a lot of points of block that way.
Yeah. But fortunately for April, she probably doesn't run more than 3 attack actions.
Right. Command and Conquers and maybe a Nourishing Emptiness as well. We're going to swing the second time with 4 more. I think she'll probably let this one hit. We'll look at the top card. We know that there's going to be some whiffs in this deck because there's probably Command and Conquers and maybe some cash-ins. Those are the only ones you don't want to see here because getting Soul off of Lumina just makes everything better. Your whole deck is better when you are hitting those light cards.
Absolutely. Gaining a little bit of life there as well. And yeah, I mean, Boltyn's cool, man. He's got a lightsaber. Like,
oh, dang.
That's pretty neat. Oh, we got a deck list coming in here hot off the press. I don't think there's going to be anything too surprising in here. 38 cards with Ironsong in the name. Yeah, so April coming in, it looks like we have a glistening steel blade. One of those cards that I take personal offense to.
This is really good, too, though, because with the Courage token, it bumps the Dawnblade to 4.
Oof.
So it isn't like, well, I'll just block for 3, and this will be, or I'll just block for 6. The idea that you always want to do against Dorinthea is you overblock by 3, and it's so much harder to block for 7 than it is, like, 6. We got people telling us about audio stuff.
My
Just gotta put-
microphone volume is low. Let me move this mic in
There we
closer
go.
and have a
Or
little
Blake is just loud. But
an intimate.
we're playing Sink Below in Boltyn. We're not going all aggro because we don't want to lose the Dory. So Zayne has the answer, which is crazy that he has the Sink Below because when you are charging off the top of your deck sometimes with all those effects,
Yeah, that would suck.
it sucks to
Put
have
that in
Sink
there.
Below.
One of the most fun interactions I've had recently, as they take damage here, is what is it in infiltrate, and then you get somebody's sink below, and then you get to play their defense reaction back at them. That was fun.
We hit for 1, so there will be a counter made.
Yep. Yeah.
But we're not going to be able to pitch again to swing a second time because that was our last pitch. I wonder if it was worth maybe trying to use our boots and our courage. No shot. But maybe that would be a way to get Zayne on the back foot. But probably not worth all that. Bolt of Courage, this is a must block for all the people that are trying to beat Boltyn at home.
Draw a card.
You draw a card if this hits.
Now look at him. He's got gold. He's got quickens.
The Banneret gets charged, so that's the Quicken Banneret. That's the Banneret of Gallantry.
Nice.
That's definitely one you want to get out of a pack. So
Fun fact, a banneret is not determined by the size of the banner. It is the person holding the banner.
Really?
Yeah. I learned that. I know that much about this game.
I have not. Is that flavor text or is that
No,
traditional?
I had to look it up on the internet because I was like, what is a banneret? Because they went all in on, the banneret series of cards.
It's like coat of arms. This is one of the brand new attack reactions. I love this one. This is, I think it's Resounding Courage. And this is going to bump by 3 and make a Courage token. So we're just making all kinds of tokens.
Wow.
And the buff is not only going to get over whatever block April thought she was going to maybe do as a reaction, but it's going to be able to, now you can attack react from your soul and give this go again.
This is why I like the Raiden version of Boltyn, because it just seems like good value. You come in, you do some attacks with some good hit effects, and then you come in with your sword for, is it 4?
Sword for 3.
Sword for 3. But it's free. Sword for 3 for free. And that, it just feels good when they do that. Not when you're playing it, on the opposite side of it, but I like watching Zayne do it right here, so I'll give him that much. Oh, we got a shunt. We hate that card, but it doesn't do damage since it's not a sword attack, so that's nice.
It will stop the draw, though.
That
So
card
that's
is
perfect for April right now.
Is it a 1 for 6? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Welcome to Warrior, baby.
This is why Dorinthea and I just don't get along, and we don't play in the same universe. But there you go, 1 for 6, easy block.
I think the thought process of what Zayne was wondering about of like, why don't you just swing immediately? There is an idea of maybe I want to save my Quicken and Courage, just make my next turn better. But he does have a Take Flight in his hand that'll make it into his arsenal, so Quicken doesn't matter to save that for Take Flight, because you most likely always start with.
And that was coming in for 4, right?
Yes, because of the courage.
Okay, cool. See, we're out here learning. I'm out, anybody else. If you're new to the game, shout out to you. Welcome. If you're not.
If you're old to the game.
If you're old to the game. I mean, I'm old to the game, and I feel like I don't know what's going on, but that's what happens when a new set comes out, and then you don't pay attention to it. But here we go. Classic hit and run into a Dawnblade. I know all about this. They've been doing this for years, and I'm still mad about it.
This is 4 with go again. So if we hit, if you're super brand new, Dorinthea's hero power says, my once per turn sword can be twice per turn sword. Because of my hero power, I'm allowed to swing a second time if I hit you the first time. So there is an idea of block the first Dawnblade and there won't be a second one coming for you.
Yep. And then there's always the classic sidestep. She's got 2 floating, so Command and Conquer comes in after that when you block that one out.
Oops.
And you're like, oh, cool. That was good.
I'm loving it. Up.
It really is. You know, at least for me personally, Dory really does ruin everything, and it's mostly her fault. But here we go. Is that a scar for a scar?
Scar for a scar.
Nice,
Doing
Zayne.
all kinds of crazy stuff.
And then we have an Ironsong response.
Oof.
See, that's the thing. No matter what you do, she comes in and she punishes you for it. But not too bad. I mean, I think she does get to swing again, which is gonna hurt.
I think what's interesting is blocking with a banneret and a card that only has go again if you're behind. Kind of what maybe makes sense to block with when you're 9 health ahead. But now you're placed with crap. I need to block this out, or Dawnblade's going to have 2 counters. Not great.
Yep. But at
Not
least he
great at all.
knows there's no tricks coming off of that one. You just block it. You give up your turn. You still have a pretty good card in Arsenal pass, and hopefully she draws some.
I think what's interesting is Zayne is like super. Why is like Zayne's far? Okay, we got the door open. Let me not say this loud. Like Zayne felt like he was super far ahead, and now he's behind because there's a Dawnblade with a counter and all kinds of BS coming, and it's literally one Steelblade Shunt is the difference here of prevents the draw of the card and a blowout turn for Zayne, and now Zayne tries to block a Dawnblade so it doesn't get bigger, and now he's going to be on Dawnblade blocking duty this whole time.
Yeah, which is like the part of the game that I get. This is where I just get frustrated because I feel like I lose all choice, and I only can probably. It's on you as the defender against Dory to not make the bad decision, and it all feels like bad decisions no matter what. Like right now, she's got an overpower in hand. Like even if he blocks this out, she's gonna stuff it in his face so hard and get go again, and probably what does overpower cost 3 or 2?
Overpower costs 3.
Okay, so
Probably not.
can't swing again, but it is. It is
He's
pretty
taking
rough.
it.
Oh,
I think
beautiful.
what's interesting about this too is
Timeout.
Zayne maybe has the go wide turn in his hand where if you can do a tunic into via the Vanguard and attack 4 times, who cares if Dawnblade comes in for 12 and gets bigger, you can just swing back for 20.
It's gonna be rough though.
This is not fun. Dawnblade for 5.
It's interesting that the Ironsong versus, like, you get the courage token, you get go again, and then you're probably not gonna do something else after that. It's kind of a weird interaction there, yeah.
But now we have 2 Dawnblade counters. But Zayne said, I don't want to block anything, so I have something good in hand.
You know, when Zayne does that, I'm like, yeah, he's probably made a cool decision here. When I do that, I think I've lost the game.
Take flight for 3. This will have go again and charge, just like we talked about earlier.
His tunic is on 2 counters, though, so he's not going to do any extra funny business. But
Did he miss a tunic counter? Did he go first? Because I think his tunic should be a 3, so maybe that comes back to bite somebody.
It was on 1 last turn, so I don't know if he missed it or not.
So I think
okay,
this is
here
definitely
we go. So 3. He's
same
charged,
thing as
so
earlier.
it still he only has to charge once for these things to be turned on. So he'll draw a card on hit. What is this one called again?
Bolt of Courage.
Bolt of Courage. Boltyn Courage.
I do think he missed his tunic, Taylor. Not this turn, but maybe turn 2. Which kind of does set him back a turn because the cool things are happening with tunic.
Are we only on turn 3 right now?
I believe so.
Wow. Sheesh.
Some warrior turns of thinking about blocking.
Yeah, I mean that. Ugh.
I think April doesn't want to block because she's got a full hand and 2 Dawnblade counters.
Yeah,
that you
she's
can
like,
blow
I
out.
could just win the game instead.
But the only way you get blown out by Boltyn is Bolt of Courage's hitting and then going wide. And
her
wide.
hand is stacked. She's got a what is it? A glint. She's got Warrior's Valor. Okay, here we go. Zayne, let's do it.
I mean, he used his tunic once already, I believe. I don't know if we're on turn 5. I don't think we're on turn 5.
It
That
doesn't
would
matter.
be
He
crazy.
has 2 counters. That's where we're at right now. So he's gonna banish some cards for his, gather your friends around here reaction.
Ooh,
What's it called?
Beacon of Victory.
That's the one.
So we're going to go get Lumina pretty much every time with this. Lumina basically means now we have 2 more sword swing, and that's basically 8 damage instead of 3.
Nice.
So it's +5 on your turn. Also, it can heal you a couple times. So 8 instead of 3,
Here
and
we
then
go.
the ability to heal twice that's +7 if you're a point goblin at home.
He does only have 1 card in Soul, but he does have Snapdragon, so he can double up on his Raiden attack.
Here comes Raiden for 4. I think April's just going to go cool. I have a bigger sword than you do, so...
Yeah, like I was saying, she's got Glint, she's got Steelblade Supremacy, she's got a Route and a Warrior's Valor. Like,
It is race time for everybody
yeah,
involved.
I think it's just like, who's got the bigger warrior right now?
Because if April takes both of these, she'd be down to 13, and maybe there is a threatening... There's lethal after that could happen.
Oh yeah, but don't forget, Warrior just has stacked
Fridge
armor. They're just like, oh yeah, I can just block this. I can just block this out right now. Oh, we got a Ryan Nudra in the chat.
Nice.
What up, bud? Where are you?
We're banishing a soul to swing again. 4 more. Does not close the chain, though. Would you illuminate here or hold it for a larger turn? I think you always need to go immediately. There's no point in saving Riddler Man whenever there's 2 Dawnblade counters across from you.
Yeah, I think if you save it,
Ooh, one of his whiffs off the top is cash in. That's gotta feel bad if you're Zayne, because you do want to use the gold token to have a power turn, and now it's gotten placed on the bottom of your deck.
he does have 3, so it's not the worst thing, but that is pretty bad because he was going to draw that. But he would probably have to block with it anyways because this turn is going to be
Gross,
kind
mama.
of bananas. Wait, what does she have? 5 cards in her hand?
From the Crown of Providence gets you a 5th one.
Okay, yeah, her arsenal went. I thought she picked up her arsenal and just put it in her hand.
Steelblade Supremacy is one of the best cards. It's going to do +2, and if this sword hits, draw a card. Then our
Warrior's
go again
Valor.
comes from Warrior's Valor.
So,
If this hits,
coming in for
do whatever I want.
8? No, 10? Oh my god.
Base 5, +2 for Supremacy, +3 from Valor.
Someone call the police. Because
They can't help you.
yeah, that's true. Don't call the police. Will make
They'll
the
show up 5
situation
hours
worse.
late. Yeah.
If they show up at all, they'll make it worse.
Shout out, sorry to all the policemen in the chat,
Yeah, well,
but they're probably playing.
I don't. So
Dorinthea
coming in
anyway.
for just an easy 10 with go again. Draw a card on hit.
Draw a card on hit. This is a must block for Zayne. It's going to require his whole hand, but does he want to do it?
She has a route in hand though. He's just
This
in
is
the
a
really
bad first round matchup.
yeah. This
You're
is
trying to
not what he
keep
wanted
points
to
going.
see. But knowing Zayne, he can lose one here and then win out for the rest of the day. He's a talented pilot, and I wouldn't put it past him of making the top 8, even if this one goes south for him, which it feels like it might.
Boltyn's one of the top 12 decks in the format, so he should be good.
Dude, I mean, that's all you need really is like if you're in with a chance. Like, I wish I was one of the top 12 decks in the format.
And, I think it is crazy how much that shunt did for April. Of like, that's
Yeah.
why you play that card in your deck.
Shunt is insane. 1 for 6.
Zayne has 2 of them in his list, but we haven't seen him yet.
Unmovable is 3 for 6 sometimes. Like, how does that make any sense? Thematically, it makes sense.
I guess Warriors
In
are
my
the
heart, it does not make sense. Next AGE on the Vegas Orb, or we right? I believe you mean the Vegas Sphere over there at the Venetian.
no way.
Brought to you by I think Madison Square Garden people.
Dude, taking 10
Damn,
to the
Zayne.
face.
Do it, Zayne.
What
do
is
it.
April thinking is happening? She goes, oh, wait, I can
Honestly,
draw a card. Who cares?
Best thing he could have done there is probably take 10. which is wild. Because I think anything he did would have just punished him. So either she's got to put him in a really bad position, or he's gonna come back and hopefully clap back some damage. I think Boltyn can do 17 damage in a turn,
But
but can he do
how much is Dory
30
doing right now?
damage?
This is 5 plus 2 because we still have our supremacy bonus.
Jeez.
Taking Zayne down to
7.
7. There's not a
Well,
chance that she could double
April can
pump.
do 17 damage in a turn with just 2 sword swings.
That's literally, yeah.
That's
17.
crazy.
I think that's something about, if you're playing Boltyn, you have to be trusting in your deck that you can race anybody in the format,
yeah,
but then you have to draw your cards in the right order.
yeah.
And
And
some
then-
other decks don't have to draw as well as you have to draw.
And he's running with like a not even a mini fridge. He's got like,
Yeah, not
It's
having
like
2 block on that crown.
he got caught off guard and only got like part of his armor on, and he's wearing like, his.
On blade counter to 3 is goodbye.
I mean, it's not
1 for
goodbye, but it
6?
is like you either win this game,
This turn or you're done.
yeah, because she'll want to like just tank some
But
damage.
via the Vanguard is a hand. We have a tunic counter. Here's what you're paying to watch at home. If you had a Spirit of Irina up, you could probably do around 25 damage with these cards.
Dang.
We're gonna Bravado first. No, this is Light the Way. Light the Way charging a Banneret of Gallantry, so there will be a
Nice.
Quicken token.
There we go, Zayne. Look at that.
This is 3. This is not enough.
Yeah, he's just getting started though. He's got a Quicken. He's got his soul charged up. He's turned on his sword. He's turned on his other soul cards. He can get go again twice. He's got Snapdragons. Maybe there's a cash in there. Come on, let's just. Oh, and then he gets stuffed by a Fate for seeing.
Yeah. This is going to require a Snapdragon break to keep going because there's not a bump. So there we go. We see that. That's your get out of jail free card used on this turn. Makes me kind of wonder what else is in your hand where you just take 17 to the face if you didn't have a better card to start our turn. What is going on? Because now if you have... No, okay, we're doing this one. Snatch.
Nice. Classic.
We're going to try to draw again. I haven't put Snatch in my my deck yet for Olda, or what's his name? Boltyn. But
Boltyn.
taking it, drawing a card off the top.
Yeah, this was
That's
was
pretty
great.
good.
I mean, I bet he was stoked when he saw that Fate for scene because that would have been much better right now. April still has two block on her chest piece, so she's probably not sweating. But there's that Spirit of Irina now.
Showed up late.
Showed up late. We're gonna do
Close
the
this chain.
Ironsong versus, which is like that's a weird name for a card. Ironsong versus. It sounds like an incomplete sentence.
Versus who?
Versus who? Versus you. Will be playing as Ken because he's on.
You see Barbie yet?
No.
Oh my gosh. Solid movie. Go see Barbie. This is a 3 damage sword that does have an on hit of make my next attack bigger. We know that he can use his soul to give this go again one last time and play one of the 2 cards in his hand. But where that goes from there, I don't know for Zayne, because there won't be a go again unless he plays like Take Flight, but then there won't be anything behind it. So nothing in these 2 cards can do 10 damage is where we're going with this thought process.
But can he get any cards out of her hand? He does have 2 cards, so
That's what I thought was Via the Vanguard. So he didn't have Via the Vanguard, so this makes a lot more sense. A 1 for 4 turns into a 1 for 5.
pretty good, pretty good. She has a pummel in her hand.
Really?
Yeah, dog. Fuck yeah, April.
Jeez, bleep.
Sorry, excuse me. I mean,
Dude, I like that deck box color too.
yeah. April's bringing the vibes with the deck box, the extended art, Ironsong something, Ironsong Pride,
Yep.
and a pummel. What is that even for? Is it just for Command and Conquer?
She actually has a special pummel that you can hit palm blade.
Yeah, you pummel the sword into the face. Oh.
Ooh. What you thought about this? Down to 2.
Wow. Okay,
Almost
Zayne.
got there.
Okay, Zayne. Let's go.
Steel Blade Shunt twice per game. You won't draw it right now, Zayne. He has 2 shunts. Does he draw them here?
Dude, he hasn't seen one yet, man.
2 shunts.
That's why they call him Zayne Two Shunts, baby. Because he's got 2 shunts.
The first card here,
Just
you
some-
always block
Some value
your
signaling
entire hand. You just
with
put
it.
your whole hand out here. You have no chance of winning if you don't put your entire hand.
April playing 5D chess, pitching the one pummel, being like, you know it's in here now. How crazy do you think I am?
Yeah. Who are you? I am.
So just coming in for an easy 9. Just the easy 9.
Block your whole hand, Zayne.
God, this,
Block your whole hand, brother.
He's got his arms, so he's got 2 there. That's nice. Did you see what's in April? Oh, he does the whole
There
hand.
you go.
Wow.
Are there any Ironsong Courage or? Ooh, what are we doing? We got a red thing over there.
What does the Ironsong Pride do?
Ironsong Pride says +1 at instant speed,
Okay.
so she can go to at least 10.
But he's blocking.
He's blocking 14 or possibly 13.
I think 13, because the defense reaction is a 2, right? Or the attack reaction is a 2.
Yeah.
Woo!
So that worked.
Wow.
We're resetting the board state.
He's just filtering his hand to draw his 2 shunts to win the game.
And this is where you say, rate in for 0 and hope they block.
Yeah. Let's go. Braden for 0. Mind games. No.
We
Zayne's a true gentleman. He's like, I'm not even going to joke around with you.
drew a gold cash in.
He drew they cash in.
I'm wondering if you put in the shunt. I feel like who else are you playing shunt for if you're not doing it for Dory?
You'd have to do it against Dory. What would be the point not to? She swings the sword all the time.
Maybe it's Bravo that you were. Oh,
It's just fine.
The
Spoils of War
power
coming
cards
in.
are coming.
Don't worry, she's gonna get the copper.
Meeps does not steal copper.
Meeps doesn't steal copper.
Does not steal copper
Why not?
because copper doesn't have a cost.
Uh,
So if you're in your local things and you're playing Warrior out of nowhere,
you try to meep
Meeps will draw a card, not take one of your copper
them.
tokens.
Meep is what we say.
But
I think Zayne's gonna
Hyloria does take copper.
Yeah, Kyloria can go to hell. It's a good dragon.
I think Zayne probably blocks for 9 here and then uses one of his 0 attacks for 3 just to try to get 1 card out of April's hand. That's kind of what he's maybe playing towards. Because you don't really want to play against a 5-card Dory when you have 7 health.
Excuse me, everyone.
We're loving the shirt earlier. We got some shirt. Is there some lore of this striped shirt for Zayne? Is this a lucky shirt?
I would say it just looks good on him. You know, I miss Zayne's long hair. He used to have gloriously long hair. I think he donated it though. It just shows that he's even more of a stand-up guy.
Yeah. When's the last time April donated her hair?
What a fucking hero. I mean, I'm not as close with April.
Here's the block 9.
There you go. You called it. He blocks 9. Is she going to Ironsong response? What's an arsenal? I don't remember.
April's just chewing gum, saying, "Ugh, please just die."
Yeah.
Oh, that's a crazy looking poster behind her.
Why
too.
won't you die? That's a classic beholder from the Forgotten Realms, Dungeons and Dragons. I believe there's a Dennis the Tall scooting in the frame there. April thinking here. So what's she at? Is she only attacking for 5? Oh no, because Zayne stuffed the last one, right? So all the Dawn counters.
Dawn blades fell off.
Ooh, that was lucky, or just a good move.
I think the other thing too is when you're playing defense reactions against another warrior. Oh,
Okay, so we're getting +1.
Doing 1 damage and get a counter, which is pretty nice. Because one of those is the attack reaction. So he was coming in for 8. April responds with 9. And the counter sticks around because Pride keeps it on there as long as you hit once.
Dang. It's a good card, man. It's a good card.
Zayne Johnson, what do you have in your hand? We're looking for a 0 for 3, or hopefully it's a 0 for 4. Snatch for 4 would be the best card. So if you're a Zayne fan, just hope it's that.
Oh, let's go. Now the mind games are starting. Let's jump into Zayne's brain right there. Alan in the back scooping the deets. No, he's gone now.
It's like, how well do you know Boltyn cards? Because everyone else, if you're playing at home, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You do not block. There's nothing.
What is that card there that wins you the game magically? It'd be so funny if there was a card that charges at instant speed.
Yeah, the only thing that you could lose to on a naked Raiden is if they have a soul of like 6 or 9 cards, and then they just go Raiden for 0, and then Beacon for 0, and dump all 9 of the soul on you.
Yeah.
That is a possible thing, but when you see the no soul, Zayne is ginger right now. There is no soul whatsoever.
All right, glistening. There it is. All the ones you hate to see. Dawnblade coming in for an indeterminate amount of disgusting damage, and it's just 6. It's just 6, man.
Resounding Courage off Tunic is a real thing. That's true.
What is Resounding?
Sorry about that, Yuki.
Courage do?
That is one of the new ones.
Oh.
That is in his deck list too.
Oh,
we saw it earlier. April gets bonus points for calling a bluff. Good for her.
All right.
I know about that card too.
You know about it?
I just forgot that Tunic existed right there.
Why didn't you tell me about that card?
What's really important right now is the Dawnblade for 6 that Zayne's looking at. You don't want to take any damage here.
Especially not 6 damage.
Because it's going to make a Dawnblade counter and draw a card. So I think this is another 9 block.
Oh, but he's got a snatch in hand. That blocks for 2. He's got 1 up on his verses.
Resounding Courage is good too because you pay 1 to do +3, but it's only light warrior attacks. So that's why it works off Raiden. It doesn't work on like Sabers or something else like that. So that's a Raiden card for everybody. We're blocking 6. Is it enough?
Oh, is it?
Wow.
It's good,
Wow.
Zayne. Goated.
Guessed right twice in a row.
Goated
Guessing
with
right
the
is
6
important.
Block. Wow.
April just drew into a lot of defensive cards over the last 2 turns, or this
Does he
could
still
very
have
well
a
be
cash
over. Cash-in's there.
Yes, he does have a cash in. Let's go, Zayne. This is going to be it. I think this is going to be a crazy turn where he does reasonable amounts of damage, of chip damage to win the game. April does look like she's got a defense reaction, so that will help. But Zayne coming in with a full grip definitely has taken charge in this late game.
Here's a bravado.
Like how I use that word charge.
Oh
And then he
no,
charged.
it's not a yellow. So this is gonna stop his turn before it even starts, unless he has a buff in the back. So you have to assume that there will be a buff. So either Resounding Courage is coming, or what's the other one called? I literally can look at this in front of me. Courageous Steel Hand would be a easy way to win here. So you kind of need to respect with a 6 block here because you're under health. Still haven't used the chess piece for April though.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's what she was thinking too. So I can block
But
3.
I think you just throw an attack reaction, and then I'm assuming April has the defense reaction.
Yeah,
It just ends his turn, ladies and gentlemen. That is awful. Yikes.
Yeah, not what you want to see off the cash-in turn there. I was hoping
That was garbage.
for a little bit of more, cash in.
Yeah, there was way more in than cash on that.
So here we go. Just a naked Dawn Blade. We've got a glint, a defense reaction, and something else. So might just be a bit of a bluffing turn. Oh, Ironsong response. Okay. So
Block 6, Zayne.
yeah, this could be a block 6, but then the glint does come in and do some head games, and could top deck something pretty tasty. But I feel like Zayne might feel like he got lucky last time with a perfect block 6.
Right. You can't perfect block 3 times in a row, man. But if you come with the king, you best not miss.
That's true. King Sir Boltyn. That's Dr. King Sir Boltyn.
Dr. King.
Damn.
Rest in peace, man.
Rip. Fuck.
Colin's getting his land legs back.
Yeah, over there in Europe, they're just a bit, more
Laissez.
laissez-faire, as they say. They've got that je ne sais quoi. Oh, so we coming in with a snatch block. That's unfortunate because that's a fun
That
card.
only
to
blocks
play.
5.
It only blocks 5. So we
Shunt's
definitely,
in Arsenal, according to all the people at home.
dude, they got them eagle eyes at home,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here trying to make up things to talk about, so I miss, I miss what goes in the Arsenal sometimes.
Nice. What are we doing? We're gonna bump?
Oh, here
No,
we go.
we're gonna
We're
give it
glint.
go again.
Well, yeah, you give it go and you draw the card because then you get more information, right?
Hoping to draw a buff.
Ooh, is it?
That's sick.
Pretty good for April.
That is one of the best cards to draw.
Oh my god, that's terrible. Zayne.
But Zayne's not at 3 health. He's at 6, so he
It's
can
true.
maybe take a hit here and not lose the game. Oh, we're bumping to do 1 damage probably, just like we thought. It has go again, so we can use our hero power, not the 20 blade in hand. But we're shunting,
we got
just
that
like we
shunt.
said.
Shunt.
April's down to 1. We're just looking for the other shunt because April's deck is weapon focused.
Zayne's just so
It's-
casual. Look how calm he
It's
is.
kind of figured out for Zayne here if he can just block 12 until he finds the shunt. Now that we know he's playing both.
Oh, and the twinning blade comes out.
20 blade's great here. What are we doing? We're going to just go ahead and put all these cards in the bin.
Just trash these things. And then we're going to just try again. She's still got 2 cards. They could be anything.
Also, if this one hits, we can break our shoes, and then the hero power works on this swing, and we can swing a second time.
Oh.
A third time, even, if you're paying attention. Zayne was like, oh, crap, I thought I had 3 block over here in my equipment suite. I only have 2.
He's going to take the 1. He's taking 1 damage, losing his tunic and his verses.
And right now, if there's a pump at all in hand, I know it's not in hand. It could be an arsenal. Does she use her shoes? Am I right on this, or is this not how the hero power works? Yep.
Yeah, she could,
Breaking
yeah.
shoes. Hero power works on the first time it hits.
Yeah, and it didn't hit last time, so
3 more.
that's why twinning blade is boosted.
Now, Zayne, what are you going to do? You need a card and a charge card. So just take this 3 and hope there's not a bump. Or you block 6 because you know that you could just shunt. Why would you not just wait for the shunt? It's got to be coming up soon. What sucks is you have... Okay, he is waiting for the
He's
shunt.
blocking. That's probably the smart move. He wins the game automatically on her turn, so that's all. He just needs to draw the 1 card. That's all he needs.
I think April probably knows that and is like, well, let me just go as quickly as possible. April also immediately looking for one of her 3 Ironsong determinations just to close this out. She hasn't played a single one of them.
Yeah, I wonder what's in Arsenal, because it's been stuck there for a bit, and she still has that defense reaction in hand, which is it's pretty good for Zayne right now that's stuck there. looking through there, seeing what kind of Ironsong, Steel Blade, BS Dorinthea's going to bust out when he tries to block this one, but there's just so many. There's so many these days. How can we even keep track? She's even got Pursuit of Knowledge in here. April.
Oh my goodness.
We love April.
That's how you can get around a shunt for game.
She's got the spice. That's the other pummel hit. You do that turn 0.
Oh, wow.
Pummel. Thanks for playing.
Your opponent has 3 cards and you have 5. Yikes! Zayne Johnson. I'm going to go ahead and block this many. 9. I like the dice for the block. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah. Well, Boltyn famously runs 2 blocks. Whereas I think Dorinthea usually doesn't, except for this Pursuit of Knowledge and pummel that we've already talked about here.
If you're learning Boltyn soon, there are certain matchups where you need to just not play Courageous Steel Hand to take the 2 blocks out. Which does kind of make your turns a little worse sometimes. But if it's important to hit these 3 breakpoints of 3, 6, 9, you're going to want to take it out.
I feel like she's got to get this defense reaction out of hand. There we go. She going to sink? I don't know. She's got an Ironsong Determination. Is that what that one's called?
She does have it. Okay.
Hate that card.
So here's a Dominate. We need the shunt in hand this turn, or maybe this is it for Zayne.
I can't see. He moves his cards too fast. This guy play Yu-Gi-Oh or what?
This is 4. There's no on hit or go again. We're blocking with our best attack, V for the Vanguard.
I'm going to take one. Does she have it? What is in this arsenal? Somebody in chat, tell me what's in this arsenal. It's either very good or very bad. There we go. It's an overpower. Oh,
that is
God.
All she wrote. 7 minus. Is that really? Where's the shunt at?
Where's the shunt? Where's the
it wasn't next turn.
Where's the
wasn't
shunt?
The turn. There it is.
Oh my God.
3 turns away. Because it's a Dawnblade for 4 plus
6 on the overpower.
Is that a red one?
Maybe it's a blue.
It's 4, so it's 8 minus 3 is exactly 5 for lethal. Goodbye.
GG, as they say.
Dang.
That
Boltyn loses his first game on stream in AG history. Well, he did something a long time ago. But.
Pretty exciting game, to be honest.
April's just chewing bubblegum and putting her deck away like she didn't just sneak out of here with a 1-point victory.
Yeah, a little bit of luck on that side. I think both sides. I mean, some really great blocks from Zayne. I think April stood in there. I think it seems like the times when they kind of tanked the damage and went for it were pretty good moments, even though I think Zayne really got hamstringed by his lackluster cash in.
So bad. I get a refund on that one, yeah. Let's do...
No, it doesn't work. So,
you
don't get to look at our faces.
Yeah, currently show us on the camera button's not working, so we're just going to look
at us being cute
Yeah.
in the studio. Too bad.
Nope.
Oh, there we are, and everybody is lounging around.
Oh my gosh, you can see Tyler Horse pulling jersey behind us.
Dude, Tyler, is you sure that's him?
This guy, let me do this. This guy is playing Icelander. He's really good.
We should have, speaking of what people are playing, we should have a metagame breakdown
not happening.
At some point.
Maybe in a round or something.
Not right now, but I'm saying it will come eventually. Maybe between rounds, I'll go count people's decks.
There's some people I've never seen here today.
We got a good crowd. What are we at today? About 40 people?
I think it's 65 or something. 42.
42. So you were very
48 to 42. There's a lot of people that came carpool that weren't supposed to be here.
Yeah, no, we got some out-of-towners, Arizona crew. 44, excuse me. Wow, people are just showing up as we speak.
Yeah. As long as we're wrong the first time. That's
taking that round 1 loss so that they can try to get here. Unfortunately, Zayne did lose that one. I think, like I said before, he's someone who can come back and win out for the rest of the day. So maybe
He's
he just
gonna have to.
we'll see what he has to go up against. And but yeah, Warriors
It's
can't
the new meta, baby.
can't live with him.
Warriors.
Can't kill him.
Come out to play. We carpooled today.
We did carpool today.
You got to see my driveway.
I did. I saw Blake's driveway. Did I pull into the driveway, or was that the other driveway?
No, that was the right one.
Nice. We're friends in real life and on stream. Shout out to AGE Open and as well as Collector Legion for hosting AGE. It's been a pleasure to be here ever since we did our move from the old Pasadena down here to whatever city we're in that's next to Redondo Beach. But yeah, just a lovely, lovely store. If you ever get a chance, you're out here for an event, Collector Legion, just stellar. We love it. I guess let's go through some other stuff. We've got if you're not familiar with what we're doing here, this is an AGE Open. We've been doing it for now 7 months straight.
Jeez.
Leading up all the way
6.
to August. For me, it was. Actually, it was 5. Man, I missed 2 in a row. That was rough. But next month, we will have our Players Championship.
16 people, man.
16 people, $3,000 prize pool. That's crazy. These guys are going to get some gains.
Wait, have we told you guys of? Oh, that's not really.
That's the wrong one.
Oh
God, I haven't.
Oh god.
I haven't. This is the one standings. This is what we want to talk about. These are the guys. These are the people who are the best of the best of the AGE series. Of course, Craig Pollock at number 1.
True.
The man can't be stopped, even when you take away his favorite hero. He's just like, I've got another favorite hero that's also very good and consistent and can just win everything. But down here, if you look on the right side of the screen, this is where it gets real interesting. I think most of these people are here. Did Travis show up?
I think Travis is here.
I didn't see him earlier, but basically everybody there on that right side is vying to keep their position because everyone below 16 is like pretty close. And if they do get into the top 8, they will be pushing some folks down who don't. So this will get shaken up. I think we can say the top 8 we have here are probably going to be locked in.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, it's some really good players out there. We got good players out here, man. And that's why it's hard sometimes to play because they are just so much better than me.
I think one thing that we should do that I just thought of.
What's that?
If you got 7 points in the standings, you showed up to 7 AGEs and you got your participate. Anybody that got more than 7 or less than 7, who cares? But if you got exactly 7 points,
yeah,
I'll give you a pack of Dusk Till Dawn.
Dude, you heard it here first. We'll go buy a box.
That's the least we could do.
We'll go buy a box right now, and you get one and I get one.
Okay.
You know, for everybody who is a participation champion. We love you. Thank you for the support. Shout out to our producer Justin and our stream tech. What's Christine's? She's our other producer, executive producer.
They want us to wrap it up. Get Sam on here. Yeah.
Well, you know, they're just a dynamic duo. They put on a great show. And
they should get married.
They should get married. I'd support that. Anyways, I think we got a couple-minute break coming up, and then we'll be back with round 2. I don't know who will be sitting here, but they'll be great.
Boop, boop, boop.
Be right back.